Hello. Okay, we are live. Hello, 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 everybody in the stream already. Welcome to the Stevies, the Stevie Awards 2020, the Shwabados and True Evil Villain Independent Entertainment Awards.
This is about to be fun. This is about to be fun.
Yes, that's the key word here. Fun. Okay. I'm going to be recording this VOD for YouTube as well. But this is obviously a stream, so feel free to talk to us and ask us questions as the show goes on in the chat, and if we feel so inclined, we might respond to them. But hello, 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 everybody. Okay. So you can't hear this right now, Tev, but stream can. Just error sounds playing because my computer will not allow. I've just remembered this. I should have already known this. My computer will not allow me to stream on Discord, stream on OBS, and record as well. So what I'm going to do is download the VOD of this later, which is fine. just means I need to download like a 12 gigabyte VOD. Okay.
Holy moly. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
We out here.
Okay. I said Tev looking clean. Tev looking hella sharp.
You know.
Yeah.
We try to turn up for the awards every once in a, you get me once a year like this.
Once in a while.
Ball Z shirt for the rest of the year. Let's go.
Okay, so quick disclaimer about what these are. These awards, this award show. It's like we said at the beginning. It's just meant to be fun. It's not a Nerdcore awards. It's not that vague. It's not that broad. It's not even really an anime rap or otacore awards. It's kind of specific to our community that we operate in and the people that we've seen online this year and the people we've talked to. You know what I mean? It's kind of more of a community thing. So don't expect a lot of the names, the big names of classic nerdcore, or maybe some folks that you like to listen to with anime rap that maybe we haven't heard of. It's going to be relatively small.
Right.
But it's just meant to be fun. It's meant to be, just a way to say, hey, check out these dope people doing dope shit throughout the year. Shout out to those guys. And actually, speaking of which, here is, I'm going to switch over to the first slide we've got. This is the list.
Yes, sir.
This is the list of every person, almost every person. There's probably like two or three that I missed out. But like Shiro Beats, shout out Shiro Beats for not making it to this list for some reason. But this is an almost comprehensive list of everybody that we considered for these awards. So there's a lot of people in here who you will not see on the top 5 nominated list going forward through this show, but they were all in the running at some point. They were all considered. They were all talked about. I suppose I don't want to talk about any of these names just yet because spoilers for the rest of the show, right? So
Yeah, you don't want to go too deep, but like you were saying a little bit earlier, even though it's a really small in comparison to all of nerdcore, anime rap, or otacore, right? Whatever we're going by in 2021, it's still a huge community. So shout out to the anime rap / YouTube / nerdcore community, man. You guys are growing and turning up. Gotta respect it.
Yeah, absolutely. We need a consistent label for kind of the community in which we operate. Right.
Listen, y'all slashing through. We need multiple commas.
Yeah, we've got slashes, we've got commas, we've got dashes in that name. Yeah, we need to just find something that sticks and stick with it. But anyway, I guess without any further ado, we can start with the first category for tonight's award show.
Let's do it.
The best up and coming artist. Okay, Tev, can you give us a quick rundown and explanation of what exactly this means? What do they need to be in order to qualify for this category?
So best up and coming, man. Listen, we tried to stay away from the rookie of the year. This is not that. The best up and coming is what we put together. We configured people that were on the rise, people that had a low amount of subscribers, but were making waves in the otacore or nerdcore anime rap community. These guys have been showing up, being consistent, being versatile, while also having a small fan base and growing.
Mm-hmm. So some of these people that we considered for this were established in a way. They had been making music for a long time. They just didn't have a very strong following, and they just recently joined the community. Some of these people have really only started making music this year. So it was like a wide range of people with different experiences. But this was the final 5 we narrowed it down to. So starting at the top, Breton Boy. Breton Boy. What can we say about Breton Boy? I mean, he rose from obscurity. And became a household name very, very quickly, I think, he collaborated with me, DPS, Rustage. He's just Connor Quest. He's been on a lot of big tracks, none like Joshua, and he kind of just blew up out of nowhere because he has a very unique and very lovable style, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Breeden Boy is one of those guys that it really felt like he brought a new wave of energy. When I started reacting to anime rap in general, there was a very back in May or so, there was a very anime rap sound, and I feel like he was one of the few, not the only, but one of the few people that kind of switched it up and brought a new flavor. Really enjoy Breeden Boy. That's my guy.
Absolutely. And then we have Diggs the Prophecy. Diggs is someone I like didn't really know much about Diggs before the ciphers, right? But like what an impact he made on like the first cipher most people probably heard him on was that Soma verse on the Shonen Jump cipher, right?
Yes.
An unforgettable
He's still busting from the meat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he really kind of came into the community, like, because he's been doing music for a while. He's one of those guys who is experienced. He's been doing stuff, but within kind of our sphere, within our community, he kind of broke in and is becoming a household name as well. So like we say, up and coming. He's not a new artist. He's not a newbie. He's not a rookie. He's just up and coming within kind of our sphere.
100%. If I had to add something to Diggs, man, Diggs has, as he himself would say, he does not give a F, right? He just does not care. He will rap about anything. He will say the most ridiculous lines and with utmost confidence. Like, he is definitely a unique, to say the least, addition to the community.
Yeah, he's got incredible charisma. And then we have Grey Fox. And Grey Fox is a unique specimen. So Grey Fox has been a part of kind of the Anituber sphere for a minute.
Yeah.
He made a lot of videos talking about anime series and movies and their impact on his life and how he can translate that into music. And then he opened a cipher by saying Grey Fox with a big cock. And I mean, the rest is history. So
he did that.
He definitely did that.
My man got a type of energy that you don't hear too often.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of I almost put him in a category with some of the big heads of anime rap. When I first heard him, I was like, oh, this dude because I first heard him on a rap, and then he was doing some rock, screaming, he was growling on the track. I'm like, yo, this dude is kind of crazy. And of the 5 on the list, I would probably have to say is one of the more versatile artists.
Yeah, he has an incredible toolkit. He's kind of on par with some of like the big established names that we've heard in our community in terms of just his versatility, his ability to just like carry a flow, rap, write lyrics, scream and shout if he needs to, bring it down somber, switch the genres, switch the styles, play real instruments. Everything he needs to do, he can do. He has such a versatile, incredible toolkit, and he's really starting to make a wave as well recently, which 100%. I'd love to see. I am Chris Craig, or just Chris Craig to his friends. Now, I know this is one of your favorites AKA, on this list.
The commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
He was gone for a minute. Now he back in the leaf. Listen, bro, you have to put Chris Craig on this list. My boy popped up. I want to listen. I don't know if he popped up earlier than this. I was introduced to him really recently, last couple months. My man has everything he popped up on. Everything he's popped up on. Fire. I don't have anything else to say. He's your rapper's favorite rapper. He's your reactor's favorite rapper. Let's go.
He is an incredible rapper. And I think one issue with Chris Craig is that he has been making music for a few years, but none of it's on YouTube anymore because as soon as something's about 3 months old, he deletes it. He does not have a back catalog. He does not have a back catalog. But that's his own doing. That's all him. But yeah, Chris Craig, Chris Craig is just one of those guys who's like, his music speaks for itself. You listen to it and you're like, yeah, I mean, what can I say about that? Bars, delivery, charisma, excessive 100%. Swag.
He honestly commands the track in a scary way. I've seen him on tracks with some of your favorite artists, and I'm like, wait, hold up. Did he just take their song? Like, whoa. Let me not go there. We're not finna go there. But
we're not gonna go there.
He did it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, okay. And the final one on this list, Frivolous Shara. Another really good, like, all-rounder kind of artist. In that she produces, she writes and raps in a variety of different genres and styles, and she can hit kind of almost any note she's given. You know what I mean? You give her a track about one thing, and she's like, yeah, nailed it. Give her a track about the complete opposite subject, boom, she's nailed it. She really has a very versatile approach, and I just love her writing style and rapping style. She's another person who has incredible charisma.
100%. Another person that I originally heard on one of Rustage ciphers, Frivolous Shara is... Let me change up what I was going to say. What I actually want to say about Frivolous Shara is that she has one of the craziest cipher feature streaks I've heard in a while. There was a moment where she was like on everybody's track, and every time I heard her, she had like the best verse. I was like, okay, you guys need to up your game. Something got to change because she bodying y'all on these ciphers. But yeah, very strong artist. I can't wait to see more from her, whether it's nerdcore or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the genre. I just want to hear good music at the end of the day. And I think she provides that. So that's what I got to say about Shara. One of my favorites, definitely.
Yeah, fantastic. I love everything she puts out right now. So with those 5 artists, we've talked about it for a while. We didn't make this decision ourselves. I know we are presenting this show, but the awards were chosen by a kind of council of folks we shan't name. Musicians, artists, editors, reactors. We got a lot of opinions involved when we were choosing the finalists here. So, I suppose I'll reveal the winner of the best up-and-coming artists is...
Let's go.
Gray Fox.
Gray Fox with the... I'm not saying that line.
We don't need to say it. We don't need to say it. We don't need to say it. Gray Fox, why is it, do you think, that Gray Fox was chosen as the winner here? What is it that gives him the edge over the other up-and-comers?
So it's like I said a little bit earlier, in my humble opinion, and, listen, bunch of people voted, so it's not just me.
Yeah.
But Gray Fox has that versatility that pushes him, that just gives him that slight edge. You know what I'm saying? He's rapping. He's rapping in multiple different patterns and flows. He's singing. He's rock music. He's hitting you with a little bit of everything, bro. I can't be mad at somebody that hit me in 50 different approaches and he's making it sound fire in all 50 approaches.
Yeah, he's incredibly versatile, and he does everything that he does. It's so different, but it feels like very, very practiced and skilled, regardless of how kind of out of the box, out of left field sometimes it feels. So yeah, shout out Gray Fox, great independent artist. And I just want to say that, like, although he's took the category, if you've made it to the top 5, you've made it to the top 5. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone would be mad if anyone on that list won. And that's the sentiment I want to carry on throughout the rest of this show. That if you've made it into the top 5 nominees, you've made it, right? But anyway, let's have a snippet. For those who are unfamiliar with Gray Fox, here is one of my favorites of his songs called Higher. And this is just going to be a 1-minute snippet. Let's just let it play out.
I conjure ballads with pyre-like passion. Heart on my sleeve like it's going out of fashion. An addict to the world I have crafted. You might like the dub, but what's the closed caption? Turtle speed, gotta pick up the pace. Cause if the hair stay awake, then I won't win the race. You can hear it in my throat. I've been screaming at myself cause I thought that I could do this alone. Now the clock ticks, and it's flight or fist. Am I really going out like this? I'll break down the door and I'm taking you with us. I'm climbing higher than ever before, trying to find my face inside these stars. I'm climbing my way to the sky.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. This man can rap, this man can sing, and bear in mind, all of that is self-produced and self-taught. It's just really impressive. Okay. Yeah. Next category. Ooh. And this is a toughie. Best lyricist. Ooh. Now, the title of best lyricist is a complex one, right? There's a lot to break down when you're talking about lyricism, Tev. What did we look at when we were picking finalists for this category?
Listen, when we were looking at lyricists, we were talking about not just people that, he got nice bars here and there. We're talking about technical skill. We're talking about applying those literary devices. We're talking about people that go out of their way to make it a point, like, listen to what I'm saying. Break down my bars almost. And a lot of these dudes, listen, the voting process on this I almost feel nervous, bro. This is one of those, like, people might be like, what you mean? This is one of them categories right here. So what else can we say? What you got?
I mean, it's a complex one. This is one of those ones where the more you talk about it, the less and less clear the winner becomes. You know what I mean? 100%. Because there's so much to lyricism, right? There's like the bars, as you said. There's the flow. There's the way that you write it in order that it sounds good on certain beats. There's the lyrical devices. What is it you kept saying? Literary devices.
Yeah, literary
linguistic devices. Like homophones. Onomatopoeia, similes, metaphors.
Like, listen, you have so many different things we could sit here and name all the way down to the structure.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we could be explaining what it means to be the best lyricist for 30 minutes straight. And people will still be like, well, I mean, you hear that one song from when he hit that, that was crazy. Listen, these guys, like I said, we said it in the last category, and it's going to apply for the entire stream. This was hard. If you don't agree with the selection, it's all about the celebration of the art and the people in any way.
Yeah. So, Connor Quest to start this list.
Connor.
I mean, he's
nasty.
He's nasty. He's a favorite of, I think, a lot of reaction channels because he can do some really clever and accessible stuff that, like, people... If he's rapping about an anime, he'll bring in a lot of outside references to talk about a character that let you access what he's saying and still find it either humorous or witty or whatever it is that he's trying to get across. And I really like that.
The way that Connor Quest uses his words and plays with rhyming patterns, styles, is easily one of my favorites. When I first started reacting, like I say, I haven't been in the community as long as some people have.
Yeah.
6-7 months minus the you know what. But listen, Connor has always been personally speaking, top 3 usual suspects, as I call them. My guy Connor is, I've at multiple times had to take the headphones off and just look at the screen like, bro, what did he just say? Like, this man is insane.
Yeah, he's incredible and he's consistent, which is so important.
Consistent. He's very slept on too. Y'all need to stop playing with my boy Connor.
Everybody loves Connor's features. Not a lot of people check out his actual channel. He's like such a well-known name and staple of the community, but y'all need to subscribe to him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Stop playing with my boy Connor. He still has one of the best feel-good songs of the year. I will say that on stream live. If you're not listening to that Paper Mario rap, you are playing with yourself.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay. We have Dan Bull as well. Now this guy's been going for a minute. You know what I mean? There's some people in here who can confidently say, I've been making music 5 years, 6 years, nearly a decade. Dan Bull has been making music as long as I can physically remember there being music online. This man has countless albums and singles, and has been releasing solid tracks, solid lyrically intense tracks on YouTube for like 15 years. He's a god. Yeah. Right?
OG amongst OGs, man. This guy right here, Dan Bull. Dan Bull, when we talk about lyricists, he has entire songs dedicated to certain literary devices. Like, I'm only going to use, I'm only going to use metaphors that work this way. I'm only going to use setups that work this way. I'm like, bro,
he has that song for The Crew where he just did everything as homophone flips, and it's like 4 bars into the song, you're like, there's no way he can keep this up, and you're looking, it's like, this is a 3-minute song, what, huh? And he just goes, it's like, damn, yeah, that dude's crazy.
He's nasty.
And I think he's one of like the inspirations for a lot of people to get into nerdcore. DPS has just said in the chat, shout out to our live chat right now, DPS in the chat saying Dan Bull was one of the forces that made him want to do nerdcore. I can say it's similar for me. Big inspiration, just because he's been around so long and been such a consistent voice out there.
Now, with that being said, that serves as a great buff for him, but it also makes it hard because for somebody that's not been in the nerdcore, anime, rap, or anything, Dan Bull does everything. Nerdcore community. I don't know the legacy that is Dan Bull. The only way for me to find out is to go and just listen and be educated by people like you, like DPS, like the community, to put me on some Dan Bull music. I listen to Dan Bull here and there, but if I were gonna sit here and pretend like, oh yeah, I was a fan back in 2000 and XX, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think he does have kind of something for everyone in that aspect of like, no matter when you started listening to him, there's something out there where you can be like, oh, you know what? Actually, there is something here for me, just because his style and his backlog is so varied. Oh, and then we have the Stupendium, the next name, who is someone who has not been around for that long. Realistically, the Stupendium started making music on YouTube a few years ago, and only really took off in that sphere kind of in the last year.
Right.
And the Stupendium, he's one that I think a lot of people who listen to kind of anime rap and the Otakore kind of side of things might not encounter, because there's not much crossover in that way. He does stuff about video games, TV series, animations. So it's kind of like a separate sphere, you know what I mean? Which is why I said at the beginning of the show, I didn't want to label this the Nerdcore Awards or the Otakore Awards or whatever it is. It's the Stevies. It's the
Stevies.
It's whoever we wanted to put into it, we put into it. And Stupendium is one of those. Stupendium's lyrics are incredibly intense, very clever, and very poetic. And I just love the way that he writes is very unique, which is why he made this list for me. He stands out among a crowd of strong lyricists.
I agree. The little that I have heard from him is, you can't really deny it. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the, I wouldn't say few, but this is one of the artists that I am not too familiar with at all. So the council had to step in and be like, hey, listen, Stupendium is nasty. You got to listen to this dude. And I did a little bit of research. My due diligence. The guy is talented, man. That's all I can really say. The guy has what it takes to be on this list. And, we go into the next person.
Well, that's one of the reasons why it's so important. It wasn't just me and Tev choosing the finalists for this, because there'd probably be about 6 people just on it in rotation. But yeah, thanks. Shout out to the council that will remain unnamed. The bar council for putting in all of these names and voting on it. But yes, our next name, Daddy Fat Snaps, an absolute titan in this community right now.
Some may even go as far as saying the current runner of Nerdcore, like the guy in charge. He's
I
been
think those
dubbed
were
that.
his own words, actually, in Imposters Among Us.
Yeah, he said a lot of things.
He said a lot.
He said a lot. But DPS, man, this guy, just talk about evolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
The difference from 6 or 7 months ago to what he's doing now. DPS is one of those guys that constant improvement, pushing the core, pushing the letter, making everybody around him show up and show out.
Yeah.
My guy's a cheat code, really. I mean, let's keep it a buck.
And we'll probably be mentioning DPS a little bit later on as well. So right now I want to focus on his pen. Because, like you say, he's been evolving, but specifically his writing has always been decent. There is very, very few Daddy Fat Snap songs going back even 3-4 years where you can say this isn't well written. He's always known what he's doing when it comes to writing rap music, but recently he's been getting more and more clever with it, which I love to see.
I remember about, I want to say, the time gets a little iffy. I want to say it was about 3 or 4 months ago when DPS went into bar mode, where he was like, y'all want to hear bars? Okay, listen, I'm going to give you a month of just straight spazzing on the track. We not talking about no stories. We are not talking about, I'm rapping from the perspective. No, I'm just going to bar out. And listen, he was smoking a lot of stuff, setting it on fire. Then we still in the vein of lyricism. He was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the more story-driven perspective raps. And he still brought the bars and elevated the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It's not many out here that can go toe-to-toe with him on a full track. Yeah. But I think that the other 5 people on this list are people that can stand with and shine next to DPS on the track.
Absolutely, yeah. Speaking of which, Dizzy 8.
Speaking of which, hello? That
Dizzy
drip? The drip song? Speaking of Dizzy 8 standing
Crazy.
next to
right? Okay. Dizzy 8 is he's a funny case, right? Because Dizzy 8, shout out Dizzy 8. Fantastic lyricist, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't make this list. Bless him. Didn't want the Nerdcore label. He said, nah, I don't want any of that.
That's not me.
He said, look, that's not me. I'm just a rapper. And then I think at some point a switch where it was just like, hold on a minute. It doesn't matter what label I have. I can still just make incredible music. And now here he is, dropping his, what was it, his All Might song a few weeks ago, the Batman and Superman songs, all these kind of anime and comic movie kind of stuff coming together and just all being completely solid products. And I love that. He really just ditched the level.
Dizzy 8, I definitely was on Dizzy 8 when I believe he appeared in some early Rusted ciphers. And I was like, yo, this dude, Dizzy, is kind of nasty. No, I remember the first time I ever heard Dizzy 8 was actually on the Poppin' cipher. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yo, this dude he was probably my favorite, if not my second favorite verse on the Poppin' cipher. Then, the derecho happened. I was out of the game for a bit. One of my homeboys in the Discord hit me. He said, yo, have you heard that DPS song featuring Dizzy with Fable on it? I was like, man, I'm not really trying to listen to no anime rap right now, bro. I'm trying to get my life back together. He said, no, listen to it. Turned that boy on. Dizzy spaz, boy. Bro, he said,
no, listen, this will put your life back together.
My boy Dizzy hopped on that track and put the track on his back and did like 15 laps. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Yeah. Stop.
This is a track. This is a track with Daddy Fat Snaps and Fable. It's like, damn. How are you going to compete with the other people on the track to find your own space? And then Dizzy 8 said, nah. Watch this.
Lyrics.
Bro.
Talk about lyrics, bro. I'm just sitting here like, oh, so that's what he really doing. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
And that's just one of many times he's spazzed.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things that I love about Dizzy right now is he has this way of using he makes bars out of words that don't sound like they would be bars, right? In that he can flip a similar statement a few times in the same stanza, 2 or 3 times, and it hits. It means something. And he has this unique way of doing that where it's like, you're not saying anything that like requires me to think and put together the punchline. What you're doing is just saying like a couple of statements with really big impact in a really clever way. And I don't know if anyone does anything quite like that like he does. You know what I mean? I feel like his style of lyricism and Connor Quest's style of lyricism are at complete odds sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. I would agree. I would agree. One thing that I usually hear in the community as well, and I know we're putting a lot of time on this lyricist. We got more awards to do it. But one last thing I want to say about Dizzy 8 is that a lot of people that are not the heavy bar guys, they're not like, I want to punch and punch and punch. Dizzy has a whole nother genre or subcategory style of sound that he's bringing to Nerdcore. And you can have the wavy, kind of chilled out, relaxed vibe and still have good lyrics.
Yeah.
Still be saying something. You do not have to bar out and go insane with the wordplay, but still have solid lyrics. Y'all gotta learn from this man. Do your studies.
Absolutely. So I guess we spent enough time in this category. We should reveal the winner. And it is Connor Quest.
CQ. My boy Connor Quest. Like I said, it's not much. We already talked about him up. Listen, I would be good to just run the track. UK bias. You heard it. Look, get him out.
Throw it in the chat. UK bias. We've all heard it before. Look, the rhyme schemes, I'm not even going to... Look, let's just play the clip. Because he speaks for himself, man. Let's go.
Unhinged, like my jaw is contorted. You'll fit in the more grip stored in the morgue where I keep them organized with organs eyes. I play them like the organ pipes. These stakes high, I'd never play nice. If you getting snake eyes, if you come and dice with me like steak knives, cutting in your mate by me around your waistline, walking where the vipers be. Stone cold stare, have them riding in fear. Loosening up isn't quite the idea. Concoction is like mixed cider and beer. Silence of that means I'm high on the tears. A hiss on the whisper that's right in your ear. Like car hypnotize these man cubs, make the answers bright and clear. I can give you the tools to abuse your anger. I'm the man with the strangler, serpentine wrangler, commanding a band. I heard in my bank of rapturous plans to murder, try actors, fangs in a gland. I slug the life after a...
Crazy.
What? What? Listen, this is what he does, though. Like, this is what he does. Yes, he has tracks where he can sing, where he can turn up, where he can be goofy and whatnot. But that is where he lives. That is consistent Connor. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, let's move on to the best singer. So best singer, what we're talking about here is what are we talking about, Tev? You're better explaining these things than me.
You tell him. You tell him.
Look,
you're the singer. You're the singer. I don't know anything about singing, right? When it comes to singing, for me, I'll tell you in my reactions. Yo, what is this good? Does this sound? If it sounds good, I'm just gonna call it good. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, best singer. We're talking about people who got those pipes, man. You know what I mean? We're not just talking about people who can belt out the high notes Mariah Carey. I'm talking about people who have a diverse skill set when it comes to singing, doing things melodically, when they're writing it themselves and they craft these very pleasant to listen to experiences. I'm trying to put a lot of words to it, but it's the best singer. It's people who are good at singing.
Not only that, but when you have a bunch of people that are good at singing traditionally, what separates those people? Is it people that have range? Is it people that can go into different categories and genres of music, that can express and do things with their voice that not the average person can do, while also making good music? It's always cool to experiment and try new stuff, but sometimes it doesn't always pan out. These guys are consistent at making it work and going beyond.
Yeah. So let's run down this list briefly. Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is a pretty well-established name, I think. She's been on a lot of big projects, and she has a kind of a diverse range of what she's done. we have her on the best singer list, but I mean, she's rapped. You know what I mean? She's done rap. She's done kind of the melodic flow on songs before. She's belted out tunes. She's got a certified club classic in Addict with Silverhound. She's been around this YouTube sphere, and she's got a lot of big hitters under her belt right now.
100%. Under her, we got Divide Music. This dude's range, ability, melodies.
Divide.
Shout out to DBS. I'm reading the lyrics. Listen, my boy is nasty though. Like, let's not mistake it. Divide is currently on one of the nastiest streaks in Nerdcore. If you're not listening, you need to tune in. This dude always delivers, from heavy rock to alt to laying back to. I listened to a random song came on. I was driving his Broly track. My man had metal. He had the script. I'm like, who? What is going on? Yes, Divide is nasty.
He I'm trying to just focus on his singing, because Divide is one of those artists that is the complete package. So it's like, how do I just talk about his singing? But when it just comes down to his vocal stylings, his singing, he's like so unique, such a good range and versatility. He does so many different genres so well that it's like, I don't think I've ever criticized a Divide song. It's
not only
polished.
That, but when it comes to this, I don't think I've ever had anything to say about his singing. I've had a couple of things to say about maybe the construction of the song.
Yeah.
Here and there. But singing wise, listen, bro, this guy, I've never been like, wait, what? That doesn't sound good. Did he miss a note there? Nah, that's not
It wouldn't happen. It can't happen.
It's not that.
Speaking of someone who puts out polished, beautiful products, Fable. Again, these guys have a similar background in music, but I feel like they've diverged into two quite unique styles. But when Fable is up there on a metal-inspired track, just screaming his heart out, I mean, he runs it with the best of them. You know what I mean? That boy's got some pipes.
My boy Fable, I feel, shines on more passionate songs. Like when he can just like tap into whatever he's feeling that day and just go ham, loud, strong. You hear he's very good at conveying emotions.
Oh yeah, no matter what he's saying, you're gonna feel it.
100%,
right?
100%.
And such a unique voice. We have Hala CG below that, who is again like Chi-Chi. Hala's got a lot of different styles, different approaches, different things that she's done and done well under her belt. She again has quite a unique voice, and I like, one thing I love when you have a category of singers is, as you said earlier, what makes them stand out. And for me, Hala's voice, the way that she sings and the way that she delivers a song to you is very unique.
I'd say so. I'd say out of I wouldn't say out of the entire list, but Hala definitely has a type of range that she could tap into. And I know she's a personal favorite amongst some of the those who will not be named. the council. Council. But yes, Hala is dope AF. I definitely enjoy me some Hala CG.
Absolutely. And Sailor Love, probably the freshest face on this list. Sailor started on YouTube doing cover songs. You know who else did? Justin Bieber. Look at them now.
Look at them now.
So Sailor has got some really, really good songwriting abilities. And when she puts out a hook that she has written, the way she moves around on a hook with a melody is enchanting. It's
I think you said
it's something else.
I haven't heard too much of Sailor, but on your flower track, fire track, she snapped.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and out of these 5 incredible singers, who is our council's favorite, who is rated the best singer 2020. Divide Music.
Divide Music. S tier artist. There's nothing else to say.
There's
Divide. Like I say, if you guys haven't listened to Divide, where are you? Like,
yeah.
Who are you? Like,
for those uneducated, I'm about to run a clip. There's nothing more we can say here. It's Divide Music.
What did you pick?
Let's have a look. I picked State of Mind.
Let's go.
Only limits that you have, only you behind. All the walls you built yourself. It's a state of mind. I will overcome my doubts. Any I can find. Break the walls and build myself. It's a state of mind.
Incredible. I had to pick that clip just because for the final chorus of this song, he dropped out the instrumental completely and just absolutely belted these notes that moved me when I first heard it.
I will not try to replicate. I want to so bad.
Right? Anytime I hear a Divide song, I'm like, I know I can't hit that note, but God, I really want to join in right now. Okay. The best rapper, I guess, to contrast the previous category.
Hot in here, man. I think I might have to let you handle this one.
Yeah, this one is.
Listen.
Look, how do we go through this category without stepping on any toes, right? Because when it comes to talking about people's ability in rap, that's kind of a contentious topic. On like the best.
Too many different styles. It's heavily it's if you go in thinking it's one thing, it could be heavily opinion based. We could talk about skills. We could talk about versatility. We could talk about the craft, mastering it. Best rapper is just everything to do with most of these guys on here. You could argue are crazy versatile, but only the rapping. It's hard to listen. These guys are the ones. These are the ones.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about him. DPS. I told you he would be on this list again. Best rapper. He has an incredible voice. Very, very strong delivery on every track he's on. He kind of commands the track. You know what I mean?
100%. DPS is one of those guys that has everybody on this list right here has an established sound.
Yeah.
You know when it's a DPS track. When the instrumental comes in and he get the I'm not gonna pretend to be DPS here, but you already know what it is. My guy is a legend in the making.
Yeah, I mean we already talked about earlier how he is a titan in the scene right now, and for good reason.
Big facts.
Another huge name right now, Rustage.
UK bias.
A little bit of that UK bias creeping in, but look, I don't want to hear about it. Rustage, obviously, is one of those guys a couple of years ago who absolutely exploded and has been commanding the views and a lot of the analytics within kind of the scene. A lot of people that you've seen be kind of have a recent come up have been directly thanks to Rustage. Because he has such a big reach and audience right now that just anyone who works with him just seems to explode themselves. So
you get the stimulus package. He definitely has the stimulus package.
But we're talking about his rapping. He's another artist with I think very, very unique and like unmistakable voice. If you hear Rustage on a track, you're like, that's Rustage. Right?
100%. Not only an unmistakable voice, but if you watch my reactions, which I'm sure a lot of people in here don't, but I have dubbed, he has this thing where he hits the Rustage bar. And it's just, I can't really explain it. But when you listen to his music, you be like, oh, they go to Rustage bar. Oh, yeah, he's I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it is his. It's his. Give it to him.
And yeah, I mean, it's a style and a uniqueness that a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people fall in love with. And it's why he's such a prominent voice in the community right now. Then we have Zach Boucher. What a unique and
talk to him.
Specific, incredible unreplicable kind of style that he nails every single time.
Zach's voice paired with his delivery. I fell in love with Zach when I want to say I first heard him as Light in the Shonen, if I'm not mistaken. And I first listened to it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Then I heard him again as Twice on the My Hero Academia villain. Bro, when I heard this man, I'm like, what? Who? I had to rewind it like 3 times. He instantly became my favorite voice in Nerdcore. Like, I'm biased. I'm sorry. #1 Zach fanboy here. Don't talk to me.
I mean, everyone loves Zach. Everyone loves Zach. That's like a genuine, I think everyone that I know that has ever heard a Zach Boucher song loves Zach Boucher music.
Yeah,
it's very, very easy to listen to.
Nobody raps like Zach. Nobody raps like Zach. If you listen to Zach's music and you need someone to fit that pocket, only he can give it to you.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to Walmart and try to find a knockoff brand, bro. He's right here.
He's right here.
My man Zach is crazy.
Okay, and then we have Nem Raps, 1/3 of Nerd Out.
1/3 of Nerd Out.
And also his own kind of standalone artist as well.
100%.
I'm going to say this for the 4th time in a row. What a unique style and voice. I think that's one of the things that makes people get onto this top 5.
It's the best rapper rap, 100%.
Their like unique style, you can't confuse them with anyone else except for maybe his brother because they have a similar accent, but you know what I mean? Their style is different. But yeah, Nem Raps, I mean, I love almost anything this guy is on.
Yeah, there's not much that I heard from Nem that I was like, no, I don't want to like turn that off. I'm pretty sure everything I've heard him on, I was like, yo, it's fire. He had the Vegito. Yo, my man is comedy too, bro.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
Just like his charisma and how he'll hop on the track and just be goofy with you, but still be giving you that. Listen,
yeah,
it's like he's the guy, man. Nem Raps.
Even when Nem is being like just completely goofy and dropping the wildest like dick jokes on a track, you're like, wait, what's happening? But I still like, I'm completely invested because of the way he says it. I'm like, damn, I believe what he's saying here.
I believe what he said. Let's go.
And then we have Dizzy 8, his second appearance on this list as well.
Yeah, nah. If it was up to us, man, Dizzy 8 would damn near be on every.
Honestly, he's such a good, well-rounded artist that's like, he's a good lyricist, rapper, he produces, he's a good all-rounder. He's like new to the scene, so he had every right to be included in the best up-and-coming artists.
100%.
We just didn't want to put him on there because he was in so many other categories.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, man. Right? When you sit here and when you're a jack of all trades, if you will. You're polished, you've been around for a while making music. It's like, bro, yeah, Dizzy 8, but it's like, hey, relax. We can't have this man in 10 categories. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to put shine on the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but like you say, once again, the voice, the presence, the charisma, the swag and sauce that he'll put on your track. He will don't. You might have to be careful with Dizzy 8. He's one of those guys that will take your song. Like, he will be like, hey, he will Drake your stuff. Like, I wouldn't trust him.
That's 100% one of those conversations you have where someone's like, oh, I love that Dizzy 8 song. You're like, no, that was my song. And they're like, no.
It's like, no,
it wasn't.
I don't think it was.
All right, let's reveal the best rapper as void by our Shadow Council.
By the council.
Daddy Fat Snaps.
DPS. Let's go.
Charisma, presence, everything we just said 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
If you don't know this man already, you will.
He's running it. He's running it right now, man. If you don't know him, you might be an imposter. Hold up. Vote him out. Vote him out.
Let's run the clip.
Vote him out.
Let's run the clip. I can't remember what I chose for this one. Oh, it's the Shinra, one of his newest songs. Let's go.
Words they couldn't make $1 burst. I stay ahead of them. How? Cause I try to hearse. I'm on my grind with it shine like it's fireworks. I burn it down. when he stream it, they clipping. And our captain caps, there's no capping in it. He stays strapped, no gaps, it's just a strap within him. I'm trying to be a hero. When villains fast, I hit him. The one these bitches fimos, cause I got mad munition. I got this, I got that. If you slip, you get clapped. Villains lips, it gets smacked. Arthur, run it back.
Yeah, I had to put the full verse in. He was just bouncing and sliding all over that thing, man. And that's
Bro,
just like
that song is insane. And that's just,
I love his energy. I love his energy. Okay.
Keep going up, DPS.
Best overall artist.
Best overall artist.
Now, this combines a few things. We're talking about their production, their polish, how good they can rap or sing, whatever it is they do. Their lyricism, their whatever it is that they're trying to do, how well do they do it? You know, in the vaguest overall sense that you can manage.
100%. Listen, we talked about a lot of the artists on this list already. But one thing, people might be looking on the street, yo, Swabby, how you on the list?
I told you.
Show. Listen, he didn't want to put himself there, but the council has spoken.
Yes.
I was like, there is no way we're going to have a best overall artist list and not include the man Swabby. He is nasty. I know he right here. Listen, put the hand over the screen right now. Block him out. This is just the Tev right now. This is the Tev Awards right now. Swabby has shown so many different styles, so many different sounds. He's always experimenting. And the crazy part about it is that he looks and he succeeds and he studies the game, improves and succeeds on those attempts most of the time, like a vast majority of the time. Swabby's nasty. I'm sorry. I'm done. You can come back in, Swabby.
Okay,
hope you
thank
enjoyed
you.
your break.
I appreciate it. Like I said, this is not a decision that me and Tev made alone. It was a bunch of people voting for these. So I very much appreciate it making it to the list, but I won't talk about myself on here for too long. Is there any... So we've already talked about all these artists that were on here in the
100%.
previous categories. Is there anything that we didn't mention in the previous categories that you want to throw in here as to why they would be considered one of the best overall artists instead of just singer or rapper?
Honestly, it's just a matter of all of these guys on this list produce. They sing, they rap, they do something else. It's about, not to be disrespectful, because everybody in the 5 are the guys, but I feel like this is a levels debate right here, and you can argue all day. Like, I don't think there's a wrong answer. If I could pick all of y'all and just be like, you all are the number ones, listen, I would be fine with that. But it's not much more to say. We talked about the list already.
Yeah, we've talked about them. And the only thing I want to say is, I guess for me, this category is about which one of these guys, which one of these top 5 would be the most likely to just transition immediately into, you know, an industry, large-scale environment. Where would their music be most likely to make it? And for us, if you don't mind me revealing, the best overall artist was Fable.
Fable on multiple tracks. I thought was just a regular cat on like a rock station on the radio or something. Yeah. If you were to grab a bunch of Fable tracks, put them on a playlist, and just put them in the aux cord, I would be like, "Yo, what radio station is this?" Like, Fable's insane. Fable's insane.
His polish and the level that he gets everything to in his production, his vocals. If you feature on a Fable track, you're gonna be way better on a Fable track than you are your own, because just nobody has that quality that he does right now. It's a close call. Don't get me wrong. Divide, DPS, Dizzy 8, they could make it in the same way that Fable could, but Fable just more consistently, I think, in a cleaner way, pushes things out to a higher quality level. But it's like, it's so granular when you get to the level of like picking between the top 5 that,
like, let's be real, man. Anybody could have been a winner. The council was conflicted on this one. Yeah, it was tough. So more so than any other category, if you will. This is what Tev is saying, not Swabby. But these top 5s right here, listen, y'all all winners in my eyes. Turn up, keep improving, and keep showing up, bro. This is crazy.
I will say, this is a quick disclaimer. This is the only category Sorry, no, it's one of two categories where the final decision was made and then we came back a day later and changed it. And we did that twice. That's how close the decision was for this category. So without any further ado, let's play a little snippet, see what Fable has to show us.
Never seen nothing but suffering. I've had enough of it. Gonna make all of you pay. Send your six past coming with the wrath. Burn every leaf until all you decay. I am the way. I am the light. Madara, pray for your life. Clinical gaze cuts like a knife. Bring the shinobi and give me a fight. But at the end, I'm guessing we'll see. Who took control? Who did I mold? Who was I planning to be? Selling my soul, breaking the mold. People that mattered would leave. Was I too bold? Heart wasn't full. Maybe the problem was me. Built this city that you claim, think it's time to leave. I'm liable to tear it all down. Bring the thunder and the rain, all these hidden leaves. I'm bound to wither now. My whole life has been a lie. I've been betrayed, I've been betrayed. It's alright, I'll love the night till you decay.
What an insane track. Also, shout out Dizzy, also featured on that song. And absolutely tore it up. Yeah. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If you made it the top 5, you've made it. That's all I can say about this show. Okay. Those were kind of vague, wider categories, right? We had the best singer, the best artist, the best rapper. We're getting specific now. We're talking about the best bar. The bar of the year. Okay.
You know what I'm trying to hold back.
I know what you're trying to hold back.
Bro.
I know what you're trying to hold back. Look, we all have our personal biases going into this, which is what we try to avoid in the voting stage. So we're going to go through these one at a time and just talk a little about why they made the list. So we'll start with Breton Boy. I'll tell you what, I'll read out the artist. Why don't you read the bar for me? Breton Boy's bar of the year.
Breton Boy. Hold on one second. Let me maximize this on them, boys. So, call Peter in advance. I'm killing those who are goated. One shot at end your story arc. Like, I'm the one who wrote it. Bro, come on.
Yeah, that was the end of his verse on the DPS collab for the Mob Psycho song. And it it's one of those lines that just punches the way he says it. I love it. I love it. Breton Boy he's been doing some really hard-hitting bars, to be fair, but this is like one of those that sticks with you, which is why I made it to the list. We have Richie Branson.
Turning all lives to Black Matter like a protest, bro. That's tough. That was, I believe, tough. Your personal favorite, right?
It is my personal favorite on this list. Well, I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted between this and the ham sandwich one, but we'll get to that one in a second. Turning all lives to Black Matter like a protest is just so fucking good, and it came out of nowhere on the cipher. Where he was Beerus, and I'm gonna say it was Game Boy Jones's Dragon Ball
so.
Cipher. There was like 5 Dragon Ball ciphers that came out in like a month of each other, so they tend to blend together. But yeah, Richie Branson's verse was awesome, and I that was like the standout bar for me. Okay,
OG in the game.
I am Chris Craig.
Oh my pop, you won't smoke? You'll be resting in peace. Ain't nobody burned my jersey. How I switched to the Heat?
Can you tell? Can you tell which one is his favorite? This, okay, yeah. This was like one of 4 or 5 bars in this verse that was like, that could be bar of the year, right? He had some crazy bars in this song, as he does in like almost every appearance. Yeah, so this was his appearance on Two Flames by Dizzy 8. The Tanjiro Rengoku track.
Nasty.
Crazy. I mean, we don't need to explain any of these, I think y'all get it, right? You read the lyrics and you're like, okay, I get it. That's a motherfucking bar. Ham Sandwich with the next one.
Listen, this charisma is going to be off. I'm sorry. But fuck me wrong, and my niggas pop at your window like, where's your ad blocker? Only ham. This is a ham sandwich bar right here.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else could write this. They pop up at your windows like, where is your ad blocker?
Like, where's your ad blocker?
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yes. Ham Sandwich has just like the wildest bars where it's like the way he delivers them and the language that he uses is so memorable, and it makes for some incredible bars.
The delivery with how his voice and delivery is kind of. I'm looking forward to 2021 Ham.
Absolutely. Then we have DPS to finish off the bar of the year.
Contortionist death and unfortunate flex. Listen. Let me go back. Contortionist death and unfortunate flex, because I'm boring your organs right out of your chest.
Yes, sir. That was the finale, the final bar in his trifecta rap for Demon Slayer, and it ended the track with a bang. The rhyme scheme there. The fact that he can get this crazy multisyllabic rhyme for two words that are kind of synonyms with each other was wild. And then the boring your organs right out of your chest, the way he says that packed so much punch. But
100%.
Only one can be crowned the bar of the year. So, the council decided, and the winner is Chris Craig.
I hijacked it. I'm sorry. I cheated. I gave him 50 votes myself. No, I'm just kidding.
He stormed into the room, pointed a gun at our heads, and was like, look, if my man Chris Craig doesn't win.
I said straight up to Shwabados, I said, oh my pop, you won't smoke? You'll be resting in peace. Ain't nobody burned my jersey. I switched to the Heat.
It's great. It's such a bar. It's such a bar. And he says it with such charisma, and he really carries it. So, congratulations, Chris Craig. And I think I should, if I'm not mistaken, have that bar in context so we can hear it right here.
A new hero in the streets, know the game will be saved. I'm on a path to better fortune, never changing my ways. My family put up on a stretcher, darkness held me in rage. So if the metal brushes top, his head is covered in waves. Pop, you want smoke, you'll be resting in peace. Ain't nobody burn my jersey, how I switch to the Heat. In the end, I'll truly know that I'll be reigning supreme. It don't matter what team I'm on, I'll still be known as a king. I have never been a fake, nor never been a joker. Always play my cards right, you would think I'm good at poker. Got this toy inside my hand, leave him wet like super soaker. Or release your upper half, Ricky, you told me yoga. I know that I'm a soldier and it's just too easy. Every single line cut, you cannot root E me. Don't you set up on a kid, you cannot 2-3 me. Promise I'll protect my sis, oh my ma do see me. Hey!
Incredible, such a good verse.
Yes,
do not set up on the kid, you cannot 2-3 me.
Yes, no.
Incredible.
Every single line cut. You cannot. The whole listen. The whole verse.
The whole verse is quotable for sure, and it's just full of incredible bars. We love Chris Craig here. So yeah, as much as I'm gonna tell y'all that was hijacked and that was True Evil Villain's pick. Yeah, none of us are mad. Absolutely deserved. What a bar. Okay, let's move on to songs. We're talking about the best single. Now, for this category specifically, what qualifies it is a maximum of 2 artists. So it's not a large collaborative project or a cipher or anything like this. This is a single featuring up to 2 artists. And here are the nominees. We have the song Nani by Shwabados.
Shao is crazy.
Shao is crazy. He's one of those... I'm trying to find new ways to say it without just saying, like, unmistakable, unique. That's what marks the winners in these categories.
Honestly, it comes to levels sometimes, right? It's not just being, okay, but being indistinguishable. Like you can. It's unmistakable here. That Nani track is what I believe I called it, like one of the. A very good introduction to nerdcore.
Yeah.
If you've never heard nerdcore before.
Yeah.
If you know anime a little bit and you like, check this out.
Yeah. What's fun about Nani is I know that there are conflicted opinions about how people feel about, mixed language bars and whether it's a gimmick or whether it's actually a cool thing to do within. There's some contention, admittedly. Most people, I think, are on the side of it just sounds dope if you throw that shit in. But Nani is like the perfect example of how to do that, where it's not just a gimmick and a one-off thing, something you throw in to make yourself stand out in a cipher. It's like you can make it the entire crux of a song and make it really, really cool with like 100%. Some incredible quotables, really clever thought out bars. Yeah, Nani. There we go. Next we have Right Now by Fable. which is one of the first songs we heard kind of from this community where it had nothing to do with anime or any TV series or any stuff we'd consider nerdy, but it still, I think, connected with a lot of Nerdcore fans because it was about something very real, very personal. And to 100%. See that side of an artist, we've already said is one of the greatest artists this year, the greatest overall artist in our opinion, to see that side of him and see him put himself out there like that was really, really important, I think, for a lot of people.
100%. When people... Relax, True Evil Venom. The villain was coming out. The villain was coming out, bro. Listen.
Chill.
When people get to talking crazy on the internet and they get to saying, these guys ain't got it, bro. All they rap about is anime. All they rap lazy. No, come on, bro. You not listening to this song here. All they rap about is anime. All they rap about is nerd stuff. Come on. This track, introspective, deep cut. He put you in his shoes, really. Like, you listen to this stuff, you just be like, you got to sit back.
And perhaps, what's most important about this track is it's like, yeah, cool, it's introspective, it's personal, it's deep, and it sounds incredible.
Sounds great.
It's a good song. Like, it's one of those songs where it's like, man, I shouldn't be bopping and singing along. I should be, listening and getting sad. It's like, no, I just need to bop. I need to move. I love this track. It's such a banger. And then we have my favorite Rustage song of the year, Hatred, featuring Screwface John. And I know when it comes to picking a favorite song from a specific artist, everyone has different opinions. But this is one of those songs that is very solid, and I think a lot of people agree it's a very good representation of what Rustage can do.
100%. The feature with Screw is insane as well. I believe this is his first showing in Nerdcore.
Yeah,
right?
it was. He went from kind of reacting to a couple of Rustage songs into suddenly he was like, fuck it, let me jump on this. And I think it turned out really well.
Yes, 100% fire track, super strong showing.
Yeah, love that one. Although Rustage says it's not one of his best this year, but it's not about what the artist thinks. It's about what the council thinks.
Hatred. The council has spoken.
Yeah. Next we have a Grey Fox track featuring myself. Feed My Ghost, and this is one of my favorite tracks of the year. This is in my Nerdcore playlist. It's in my hip hop playlist. It's in my daily playlist. I love this track, as I do with almost every Grey Fox track that's dropped this year. His ability to craft a song with a really interesting structure and just stuff you would never think of throwing in melodically or in the instrument or in the vocal style, in the mixing. It's like, how does he think to put these things together? It's so creative.
You said exactly what I wanted to say there. You encapsulated it.
It's just a really good track. And then we have one that we mentioned earlier because one of the bars of the year was featured on this, the Mob Psycho rap, DPS featuring Brigham Boy. Just a huge fight type music, aggressive, bassy. Like, if someone asks me, what does DPS production sound like? This is one of the two songs I would send them. Like this and Trifecta, I'd be like, you want to know what DPS sounds like? This is it. It's beautiful.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I definitely like the way that they tackled the song, where when you think the chorus is gonna come in, it just drops out, and then they come back punching even harder. That is fun. Breeden really showed up on this track. He was insane. He had Screwface hop kicking, you know what I'm saying?
Jump kicking.
You know what I'm saying? My man had all types of, he was going off in here.
These are the songs that I think change the culture for our community, that make people stop and go, wait, this is important musically, creatively. Right, the best single 2020, the best single or double artist song goes to
The Council.
Right Now by Fable.
Right Now by Fable.
Yeah, it's just it's you take it by itself completely out of context. It is a incredibly well crafted, very moving song. You put it in the context of the artist and his art and his audience, and it becomes very important. It's just like such a memorable tune. I love this track.
Roll it.
Yeah, I should have known it would all fall down. Will I sink or swim? All I know is I can't feel it. Yeah, I couldn't hold on to hope right now. Put my heart in everything, I hope that they can hear it. It controls me, They don't know me, but I didn't live this life alone. She's the only one that knows me. Saved my life and made my heart at home. Devil speaking to me softly. All your problems, put them on me. All the money in the world couldn't solve what you taught me. Feeling heavy, quit the talking. Look okay, but I swear you don't wanna be me right now. Fear is all that I see right now.
Just wonderful. I love that track. that's one that I'm going to be listening to a long time.
Oh, big fact. And listen, and like you say, listen to his voice, man. Wonder why he was in the best singers group. I wonder why he was there.
We'll put him in that category. Bro, you feel it. You feel it. Okay. Best collaborative project. So now this opens it up to any song. Okay, we're talking about 3 or more artists on a track. When you've got this many people on a track, you really need to have every single person delivering. I can't tell you how many tracks have 3 or 4 people on it where one bad verse ruins the project.
I can tell you exactly. Watch the reactions, folks.
Watch the reactions.
Listen, I can tell you. Wait, what is this verse? Who let this man get this off? I will tell you. But these guys right here, everybody showed up. Everybody spazzed out. Everybody elevated. You can just tell that they were just, yo, come this way. I'm gonna upgrade you over here. We're gonna change up this over here. Like, dudes was really feeding off each other's energies in this.
Yeah. And we actually, for these song categories, we limited it to one main artist per category. So, for example, DPS had kind of, 3 songs that qualified to enter this category, but we only chose one to make it to the final votes. Just because we didn't, like I say, it's a community awards thing, so we want to kind of spread the love as much as we can.
Yes, 100%, because just amongst the list as it is, for every single person that is the main name on the list, you can really argue, yo, but I like this other song featuring 3 or 4 this other posse cut. I like this more. I think it's better. Bro, the council struggled to even get the top 5 on this.
Yeah. This one was
get the
tough.
top 10 on this. We struggled for the top 10, let alone the top 5.
Yeah, when you have so many big projects being done so well within our community, it's like, I guess it's a testament to the artistry out there when you're going through that many, you can't even whittle it down to 10 or 5. But let's jump into it. We have Joe Torora by DPS, Fable, and Dizzy. And we already mentioned this one earlier. It's kind of a wild lineup to have 3 of the people on everyone's top 10 artist list right now in the community kind of bouncing on a track together. And this is one of the first tracks that really put me onto Dizzy 8 as like being really in his own lane and standing out. Because he just went crazy on this track.
100%. Yeah, he listen, everybody showed up. I don't want to be, I spoke a little wild earlier when I was like, he put it on his back, he ran around. Listen, he did, but DPS showed up, went off. Fable was crazy on the track as well. Super solid.
Yeah.
Super solid.
A really good, memorable track. And again, DPS has a full list of trio and quad tracks that he's done that could make it to the list, but this was the one the council thought was the best representation. So, next we have a Nerd Out track, My Squad. Or I guess I should say, My Squad, My Squad. With the chorus from Fraser, featuring Fable, Dizzy 8, and Breeton Boy. What a fun roller coaster ride this track is. It's just like the chorus alone would make it like into like a top 10 entry for me. But like you put everyone else rapping on this and everyone kind of being in their own lanes, doing their own thing, and it's just like a really nice, well polished track.
Listen, it's a pattern here, bro. Listen, I'm seeing DPS name a couple of times. I'm seeing Fable name. I'm seeing Dizzy 8 name a couple.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a reason, guys. It's a reason. These are the guys you should be looking towards. This is the first time I think we had a Nerd Out specific.
We had Nem on his own earlier in the best rappers, but yeah, Nerd Out making their appearance here for the first time as a collective.
Yes. Very
Crown.
fun song. Very.
Yeah. Next one is Crown, which is a Rustage track, and it's one of the best, if not the best, UK trio song, which has become somehow a genre of music in of itself. Crown is a quite kind of an ambitious song when it came out, because no one had done anything really that crazy with a hook with us on. You know what I mean? We have overlapping rapping and singing in these three very different styles, kind of sing on their own in the track. And I think a lot of people really enjoyed that. Rusty just got a bit weird with this one.
Yeah,
so he's just like, fuck it, let me try some stuff. But I think it landed for a lot of people. I know a few people are going to have questions about this one because I don't think this one is too well known. But
listen, I don't care what anybody has to say. No. Loop Squad repping. WTF is a Weeb Volume 2. We got Aerial Ace. We got I Am Chris Craig. We got Ham Sandwich. We got Breeding Boy. Listen, a lot of these guys, a lot of people may not heard too much about them. They are on the rise. This is the 2020. This is the 2021 who to look for list right here.
Absolutely.
This track is one of the best tracks at showing the personality of the rappers and showing what their sound is, what you can expect from them, and they're all spazzing. They're all going crazy on the track.
Yeah. Again, this is what I talked about earlier, where like one weak verse can ruin a track. So like the whole time you're listening to a track like this with 4 different people doing rap verses, you're like, oh man, I hope no one slips up. And it's just consistently the full time really fun to listen to. So I just wanted to put this here mainly because I want to say we don't care about view counts, subscriber counts, streams. That doesn't matter. If it's good music, it's good music. So what the fuck is a Weeb V2? The half of the loop is on this shit. And then at the bottom, we have another surprise inclusion. Ta-da! It's me again. I didn't vote for myself here, obviously.
I didn't vote for myself.
We
disabled the self-vote.
Yeah, we disabled the self-votes. Rengoku, me, featuring DPS, and Mia Blackwell.
2 of the best overall artists of the year nominees, or a winner. And then we got Mia Blackwell, another Loop member.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, look out for him. The straight charisma on this track is it's +5. If you play, listen, I don't know. It's insane. Like you cannot watch this track and just not be smiling and just like, yo, what is Mirror classic? Let me just talk on the track and just be. Don't let him do that. No. But anyway, like this track is boy, it's crazy.
It's like this is the limit. He's finished now. Okay, excellent. There's our best collaborative projects, and the winner for best collaborative project goes to what the fuck is a Weeb V2?
Yes.
Look, I understand a lot of people might be upset about this if they haven't heard the song. Let me play you a snippet of the song, okay?
Let's go.
I know it's not very well known, but you need to check out this track, Collaborative Project of the Year.
Real estate in your bitch, yeah, she baka. You pay your rent, you don't love me through harder. She pick up my pen when I say I'm a doctor. It's magic how I make a more with an aqua. Why is you talking? Stop $10 bookie dollars and stop with the stalling. Don't try to be a hero, cause my niggas hawk. His payments with power, his wash and no coffee.
Damn.
Chris Craig, aka the Commander-in-Chief. I was gone for a minute, now I'm back in the leaf. If you come with disrespect, then you better not speak. My hands flying like JoJo if you step to my team. We in the loop, know my brotherhood is infinite. Feeling like I'm Sanji, help a nigga always kicking shit. Smack a beat like Homero, so niggas better get a grip. Punches on Saitama level. I think they get the gist.
I think they get the gist.
Yes.
There we just had a snippet of the first 2 verses, Aerial Ace, and Chris Craig, but Ham Sandwich and Breeding Boy also just went crazy on the other 2 verses. I just needed to include that snippet there because that is something me and a lot of people who I'm in VCs with have been quoting constantly in the last month since this song came out.
100%. You can pick a snippet anywhere in that song.
Okay, if you haven't heard that song, you need to educate yourself because it's incredible. Shout out all of Loop Gang, and I think our list of songs, we've gone to single, collaborative project, and now we're into best hook. So we're not talking about the full project itself. We're talking specifically just about the chorus, the hook, the bit that gets stuck in your head a week later and makes you go, shit, I need to listen to that song again. Okay.
100%.
Best hook, we have Gotham by Dizzy 8 featuring 6 Seconds. Love to see Shizzy on this list.
Shizzy, yo, for real. 6 Seconds on the list, bro. I've been listening to 6 Seconds back when he was actually the anime rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My man's evolution, the years in the game. I'm not going to talk about Dizzy 8. Look, he's a cheat code.
We've talked about him. What more do you want us to say about him? It's Dizzy 8.
My man got like 15 nominations, bro. Like,
yeah.
He's a cheat code.
This is again, like I said, one of the hooks that just gets earwormed. It gets in there, whether you want it or not. It gets in there, and then you have to come back and listen to it later. Okay. We have another Shwabadi inclusion. Hands on. Now, whose fault is this, Tev, that this one is on the list?
I'll take the blame, bro. Listen,
yeah.
He definitely, Shwabadi, you didn't want this on there. You didn't want this on there. But I cannot, bro, I understand that the song itself may not be a popular, a song, or it was, or some people felt a certain way about it. This chorus, if we just leave the chorus itself, the hook, is crazy, bro. Like, it's insane. It definitely deserves to be on this list. Sailor Your Love and You on the I don't know what else to say.
It is a fun hook. I'm very proud of the hook. One of the main reasons I didn't want to include it, besides it just being me putting myself on my own award show, was because this is one of those things that's very stylistically divisive. Either you really like it or you really don't. So those who like it really like it. So I'm happy about that, at least. We have Divide Music. Divide Music had to feature on this list. And this is one of the reasons why we were like, we have to keep it to like one submission per artist on this list. Because otherwise it would be like 3 Divide tracks and 2 Fable tracks. You know what I mean? Because those guys go wild.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not even my pick for Divide's chorus. I believe this is your guys' pick.
This is the one that we took almost the longest on. Between the Divide hook and picking the best Divide hook and picking the best Fable hook took us like nearly a full day by itself. I was on Twitch doing a poll. We had like 15 people voting on what they thought was the best hook in either of these in a VC, and like it's contentious because some people love some hooks over the others, so we just had to kind of put them all in a pot and pick whichever got the most votes, unfortunately.
Like,
so Into the Dark,
I believe my man had State of Mind.
State of Mind was
No Way Out.
Yep.
He had Into the Dark.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah, it's when you get like such a strong catalog like that, it's like, how do you pick the best, right?
Exactly.
But we ran through some polls. We ran through some polls, and it was chosen by a majority. So Into the Dark made it to the list, and it is personally one of my favorite Divide hooks. I think God, his Beerus track, might be my favorite, but that's definitely up there. So I'm not mad about it being included. Then we have kind of I love the contrast between the Divide hook and the Breton Boy hook here. Oh Snap by Breton Boy featuring Sketty. Sketty doing this hook himself, of course.
Yo, Sketty went to work on this. Sketty went to work, boy. This is a bop. Oh, snap. I didn't want to fight my... Bruh, come on. My boy Sketty showed up and showed out on the track. He honestly made... Without the Sketty feature, I don't think this song is even close to what it is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The
hook lends so much energy and bounciness and fun to the track that it would not work without it. Okay, and then we have Fable. Again, this one took time. This took time to get a best hook for Fable chosen, but in the end, it was straight to the end, his Killua song featuring Zach Boucher.
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm the Nerdcore DJ Khaled, but another one. Another one. Listen, I'm not saying I told Fable, hey, bro, you need to get Zach on this one. I'm not saying I said that he listened to me, but I said that.
I'm not taking responsibility, but it is kind of all on me. Look,
I'm just kidding.
What a matchup, by the way, Fable and Zach Boucher. I mean, we don't hear Zach on this hook, but I mean, it's just worth mentioning that he elevates the song. He elevates every song he's on.
100%.
What a banger, straight to the end. Okay, and with those 5 in mind, from very different genres and styles, mind you, we had to pick a favorite, and by popular majority, the winner for best hook is Oh Snap. Oh Snap!
Oh snap!
When it comes to writing a good hook, one of the biggest things that you need to get right is memorability. You need that track to stick in their mind. And by God, does this sketty hook stick with you?
Whether you like you said earlier, whether you like it or not, if you listen to this, if this somehow catches your ear like 2 or 3 times, it's a wrap. That's all you're doing. That's all you're saying for the rest of the day. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of which, let's get this stuck in everyone's heads right now and play the clip. We had to cut Breaking Boy off there, unfortunately, but
I'm mad.
It's just the hook. I know. Every time I hear that hook, I really want to listen to the rest of the song because it is a really bouncy and fun song. But there it is. Oh snap! The hook by Sketty on the Breaking Boy track, banger. And it feels weird to give this the award over, one of the really highly produced, epic or orchestral or rock infused kind of singing choruses. But like, if it's a hook and it gets stuck in your head and it's bouncy and everyone wants to sing along, it's a good hook. That's all there is to it.
Argue.
Yeah, if they made top 5, they made top 5. That's all there is to say. We have the best cipher. We had to whittle this down because, again, 1 per artist. So you're not going to see, Shonen Jump 1 and 2 on here. You're not going to see the Dragon Ball villain cipher by Game Boy Jones and his other Dragon Ball cipher. You're not going to see, multiple by the same artist on here. So we've chosen the best cipher from each artist. And bear in mind, this was previous to December. All of these were chosen at the very end of November. So anything that came out in December was not qualifying, unfortunately.
100%. All of these ciphers, I don't think we need to go into them individually speaking, but all of these ciphers, we considered everyone showed up. Everybody had a solid to strong verse. Nobody was like the clear weak link, like get them out of here. Let's skip over this part. I think that also ciphers can tend to be kind of long.
Yeah.
I think that a really good cipher can have so many artists on it, could be a certain length, but still feel like you got through it in no time. And that replay factor, I feel like is missing in a lot of ciphers. Yeah. The replay factor in these ciphers are crazy.
I've said it myself in a lot of reactions to ciphers where I'm not generally a fan of the cipher format because they lend themselves to being kind of long and drawn out. If you have the same beat repeating over and over again, it's like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to talk about any of these individually, I've said, because if we do, I'm going to start naming individual verses and bars, and it's like, this is going to take forever. So let's not waste any time and just read out the names so we know who we've got. We've got the Haikyuu Rap Cypher by myself. We have the Shonen Jump 2 by Rustage, the sequel to his first one, and I think the improved version. The Saiyan Cypher by Fable, which I believe is his second cipher ever. His first was like a Mortal Kombat cipher. But he might have done something previous to that. But yeah, it's his first in a while at the very least. The Dragon Ball Villain Cipher by Game Boy Jones with kind of an all-star cast. And the Tournament of Power Cipher by DPS.
Very strong.
All very strong. Just a point of note that DPS produced both the Villain Cipher and the Tournament of Power Cipher. Cheat codes. Okay, and let's get to it. The winner of the best cipher is the Saiyan Cipher by Fable.
Saiyan Cipher. Yes, personally, my favorite cipher of the year as well. This definitely got my vote. Everybody spazzed. Everybody went ham. It's super easy to listen to. Yeah. The instrumental. What? This is a new standard, bro. If y'all not bringing standards like this, I don't know.
What Fable does so well on this cipher is he brings in like this cast of people that all do very different things, which is very important, and gives them room to do their thing. He gave everyone on here 16 bars. You can do so much in 16 bars, so everyone just went crazy, putting in as much variety and showing off as much as their skill as they possibly could. So yeah, I think it really stands out to me. And also, everyone seems to be surprised when I tell them this song is 9 minutes long. It does not feel 9 minutes long.
Like maybe 5, like, but that's about it.
It feels like a kind of long song, but it doesn't drone on, which is really impressive. So yeah, well done, Fable. The Sane Cipher of the Year.
What clip did?
I just included his verse because, you know, he's the host of the cipher.
I see him wanting the prince. Throw your best punch, guarantee I won't even flinch. I got the drip, that'll turn your number 1 to a bitch. Shoot this galley gun and load it, yeah, I'm trading the clips. Call me sensei, I've been healing the game better than Dende. Type of hero that the villains and their friends say. Truly worthy of the crown, never dead weight. Hyperbolic rant, paid the best way. Yeah, I got the baddest chick in the whole galaxy. Used to say that Super Saiyans were a fallacy. Now I've learned that evil deeds are just cowardly. Richest man on earth, so fuck your whole salary. Think you can hang with all the best? No way. Royal blood, got it running through my chest. So play. Stupid villains, I can kill without regret. Hold day. Listen up, you will do it every day. I say.
So good, so good. I'm so sad that we can't continue listening to the Nem verse after that. Y'all don't screw it up. I acquired the jewels. We need to stop it there. Like I said, it's just, there are no weak points. There are no drops in that cipher. It just keeps going, and I adore it. So, the best editor. Surprise! Hey. We're not just doing music, guys. There's a lot that goes into these productions. Releasing a video every single week. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a kind of relatively simple AMV with the subtitles and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a whole production, you know what I mean? But the people kind of at the backbone of YouTube, Nerdcore, and what we're doing kind of in the scene right now is the editors. A bad edit can really put you off a project, regardless of how good the song is. If you're sat there,
I've been blinded. I've been blinded before.
I was going like, oh man, what's happening with this edit right now? It can be tough. So we've got some names here. I think everyone will recognize. We have K2 Sonic Fan. Standout video for me from him was the Calliope Mori remix that NLJ did, where he had all the typography and images and stuff, and it was really like a breath of fresh air on a channel where we've only kind of seen one style of video. So then we have Alket, the man who is doing everything right now.
Alket is
he's everywhere.
Standout video Alket. I mean, hello, just go to DPS channel. Like,
yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, he's really clean, solid, consistent. He just brings a level of polish to it, which is really important. And we have It's Soli, who is previously known as Ukiyo-J. Relatively new. He hasn't got like a bunch of projects out there that people have seen so far, but notably probably my Attack on Titan track and my Rengoku song that was featured earlier. He did this really... I said to him, there's no anime footage of this character. There's like 2 scenes. What can you do? And he was like, don't worry, bro, I got you. He started pulling the manga scans, animating panels, throwing up special speech. I was like, this is it. This is what elevates a video. It's the little touches and the details. Then we have Skeep Teal, also known as Biscuit to some people. Skeep Teal most notably did the rap battles, a lot of the rap battles for Rustage's channel, the anime rap battles.
Yes.
Skeep Teal was... I mean, they do their own rap battles and videos on their own channel, but on Rustage's channel, they went off. They went crazy with some of those edits.
I love the Rustage versus battles in general from a entertainment side, but when you watch the video, it's like, what? How much time was this person given? It's like every single video is an event, and I believe our standout video was the Goku versus Luffy. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, which is just incredible. It's just like such an entertaining experience watching that whole thing with the song behind it. Then we have Kaya, also relatively like less known, I'd say. Kaya is known for really well polished AMVs that feature lots of little details that might go over your head at first glance. Text being placed into the environment of an anime using masking and those little things that really just seal the deal and make everything seem polished and nice. Kai's standout project for me was the Monster Trio by Rustage, me, and Connor Quest. So, best editor. I guess, based on just the amount that we talked about them, you might have already guessed, but it is Skeep Teal. So,
we appreciate all the editors, but Skeep Teal, like you say, the amount of time put into the videos, the what they're doing with it not even being a regular type of song.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's hard to.
I think one thing to consider is that a lot of the editors that you see on a weekly basis on people's channels are people who are given 5 to 7 days to make a video, sometimes less. They're like, I finally finished the song, I need you to make a video for this weekend, and they put something together and put as much polish into it as they possibly can, okay? But Skeep is someone who usually is called in to say, hey, I've got this project coming out in a month. I need you to go crazy on it. So consider that when you're watching these videos, that the time frames are all different, but just on what we've seen on the people's channels, we had to give it a Skeep Teal. Speaking of which, we're talking about... Oh, I'm gonna play something real quick. This is Skeep Teal's own work on their own channel. It's a rap battle, and they're involved with the video editing, and it's quite an impressive video.
Better, shut her up and slit her. Just what makes her different. I'd say she's way sicker than all the liars and dirty people. All that I am is lesser evil. Love is very raised by this adage. Skeletons in your closet and I've got baggage, and I really don't care who you think you are. You got candy with razors in your jar. What makes me different from you is that I only do what I have to do to fight for the love I know is right. And with how you treat your guy, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Tayo and Yuki were alike.
So you've got so many different elements coming in there.
Spazzing. Yes, spazzing on the track. What? Yeah,
the video editing is just crazy.
How long does it take?
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the best music video. So speaking of editors, I've included the artists of the songs here, and in brackets you can see the people who edited or animated these videos. So best music video, we were looking at live action music videos, animated music videos, lyric videos, whatever we could to kind of get a general all over the board feel of what the community was putting out this year. So we have the live action video I Wish You Were My Waifu by me and Connor Quest from the album Power Creek, edited and directed and starring Kawaii SFX. She really carried that project. It's one of the few live action videos we sort of saw this year. We've seen two of them, I think, from Rustage. We've seen one from None Like Joshua. That might have been last year, actually.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. We've seen one from Daddy Fat Snap. You know, they're like kind of few and far between these live action videos. But it is nice when they finally pop up. Luffy vs. Goku by Rustage featuring Shwabados, of course, by Skeep Teal, as we mentioned in the last category.
Just talked about it. Fire video.
Awesome video. Really cool video. Grand Theft Auto by Dan Bull featuring Nem Raps, Nick J. Henderson on that one. Really cool use of 3D environments. The live action footage being inserted and selling that the old FMV. Do you remember PlayStation 1 full motion videos where they're all crunchy and perfectly sold that effect? I love that video and I love that song. We have the Four Nations rap battle by Nerd Out, their second appearance on this list, featuring Connor Quest, Dizzy 8, Token Black, and GU. And that's I have no idea how to say this. Lucynthia Ritonia.
I feel like that's I'm terrible with names, but I feel like you got that one.
I think I got that, but that's not a name I've heard before. But looking through the credits, that is the person that animated the text and created some original illustrations for that video, and it's a really nice video that accompanies like a really cool rap battle. Kirby vs. Pac-Man by Video Game Rap Battles, edited by Tanuki. That's an SFM, a Source Filmmaker video, which we see every so often pop up on channels like Video Game Rap Battles, like Freshie Canal, and they're usually quite well done. So it was kind of hard to go through VGRB's back catalog and pick one of the best videos, but that's one I think was really cool. I always like 3D animation in videos. It's very dynamic, it's very bouncy, it's very fun when it's done well.
I think so.
So, best music video. Any of these stand out for you as needing any special details or mentions?
No, honestly, I feel like you encapsulated everything that I wanted to go over in that. These shout out to the editors, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Seriously.
the editors.
Without any further ado then, our winner for the best music video is Luffy vs. Goku. It just hits different. When you have animated manga panels and text box, and it evolves the video's structure. It evolves from the manga through to colored pages through to anime, and it's done so seamlessly. It's just a spectacle. So shout out Skeep Teal. and Rustage and Shadow putting that song together. The visuals were incredible. Let's have a snippet from that now.
Best-selling manga, you're messing with number one. Don't need no gear second, I'm a weapon packing guns. Like I'm cleaning Sunny, how I'm battling the scum. Making you abandon this battle just like your son. Serving you like Sanji, you wanted beef, the meat's mine. Murderer by proxy, hitting Freezer with the revive. Neglect your family, only train in your free time. Used to losing battles, man, you've died like 3 times. Lower class, say it, now you're messing with the Pirate King. Victory is certain, there's no other timelines where you win. Fighting for the fun of it, you're becoming an addict. Spitting fire like my older brother, watch your older brothers rat it. Call yourself a god, but I'm used to beating deities. Strike your arteries worse than succumbing to your heart disease. Pussy fighters ain't nothing compared to my fleet. Getting crushed like your granddad beneath a monkey's feet.
Lulu, don't make me call Yamcha to come and slap you, or maybe get launched to bless your nose, I send her at you. I'm not one of your forgettable villains who never catch you. Son Goku, the father of your star, my brother, that's who.
I let that run for a bit because it's just the transit. Everything is so seamless and
Yeah.
When I saw that video for the first time, I think I did a reaction to it, which is up on Shwabados now. But when I saw that, I think I was just like, my jaw almost hit the floor. I was like, what? Who did this? How did they think of this? It's so good.
I wasn't able to get the reaction off for this one, but I definitely watched it. And it's one of those things where, you know what? I'm happy I didn't get to react to it because I rewound this video so many times. It would be unwatchable as a react. It was like, bro, what are you doing? I'm just looking at all the, I'm like, bro, what is going on? This is sick.
Yeah, not to mention how many like little details and things there are, little nuggets of gold in that video. But anyway, we move on. We've talked about Skeep Teal quite enough. And we move on to the best reaction channel. Speaking of reactions, Tev, you're up here. Let's run through these. We have What It Do, Dave. We have True Evil Villain, who's in the call with me right now. Internet City, Darnell Bradley, and Professor Kuro. Honestly, I hated making this list because the top 10, there was contention over who we should put in the top 10. There are so many good, energetic, charismatic, incredible reactors out there that put real passion into reviewing and reacting to and talking about the music that our community puts out. And as a musician, seeing people have real enthusiasm over this type of art is so engaging. It's so validating. It's awesome. So this is a crucial part of our community at this point, I think. So I just really want to like say the people who didn't make this list: Mumfu Prophet, Screwface Sean, Isaiah Cozy. There's like so many really, really good reaction channels out there that put real effort into what they do. There's, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget all the names now to try and list them off, but they're at the card at the beginning.
This one right here, when you guys start talking about it in the council meeting, if you will, I got up and left. I was like, I don't have anything. I was like, all right, guys, I'll see y'all in 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what went down during the council meeting itself, but you talked about it already. The community, the reactors guys, you guys bring a new level of experience to the songs, right? Like everybody wants to listen to a song with your friend or with someone, and maybe your friends aren't into nerdcore or, you know, whatever the case may be. You can go to these channels and be like, yo, let me see what your opinion is on this. Could you break this down for me? Can you add something new to it? Or you just want to chill out and just vibe while watching somebody enjoy something that you enjoy. So shout out to reactors, man.
So really this category was about how much do you gain as a watcher if you listen to a song and then you watch a reaction about that song? How much do you gain from that reaction in terms of entertainment or insight or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Some of these guys are funny. Some of these guys are analytical. They go into the bars, they dissect it. Some of these guys have infectious energy and enthusiasm, and it's just really entertaining to watch. So it's a whole different bag of different styles of entertainment. And after some discussion, the council reached a final decision, and the winner for the best reaction channel is True Evil Villain.
I hijacked the votes again, boy. You thought I was going, but I was behind the matrix, pulling the string.
Pulling the strings, bribing us. No, I'm telling you, this was like pretty clear cut for a lot of the musicians that were actually involved in the talks about this. Tev is one of those reactors, along with like Kuro and Daniel Bradley, who really cares about the bars, the craft of rap and hip hop and music in general. So when they sit down and they talk about a song, it's coming from a place of knowledge. It's coming from a place of respect, and it's words that you can really take on board. So Tev takes this, but there are many very good names within this genre that could easily have taken it as well.
Yeah, like I appreciate the council. I appreciate, what I'm saying, the folks that watch my channel and enjoy my content. I don't think I'm the best reactor by any means. Like you say, the list is long and extensive, and everybody watches a reaction channel for what they, personally like or what they want to find. So I was just happy to be even considered. So shout out to the group.
Yeah, and just a forewarning, we did take off Shwabados, Connor Side Quest, Game Boy Jones Advance, Rustage 2, Divide the Second, Fable TV. They didn't make the list because these guys are not reactors. They are musicians who also happen to do reaction videos. Contrary to popular belief, I think, in my comment section. But anyway, let's have a clip of Tev. In one of the rare moments that you got excited about something. Let's have it.
Oh baby.
Be like Homer, so niggas better get a grip. Punches on Saitama level. I can't get the gist.
No,
niggas thought I was the worst one. Ikikura Gane. That's a dirty joke like Shimonetta, bitch. I yame. Coming from the south and I'm sipping on purple sake. Flow is water. I be thinking they call me the Mizukage. If you hate me, do you hate me? I'm still a motherfucking monster though. Run up on them, put the gun up on them, make them feel the pain like Nagato. I could have told you all.
Hello? Are y'all hearing this shit? Banana bars. Fuck.
Coming from the south and I'm sipping on purple sake. Flow is water. I be thinking they call me the Mizukage. If you hate me, do you hate me? I'm still a motherfucking monster though. Run up on them, put the gun up on them, make them feel the pain like Nagato. I could have told you all that I'm with the best. You know my chopper call shit and it leaves some holes in your chest. Look, for real.
Rintaro Kabe, I'm labbing sun up to sundown.
Hold on, Ham. Hold on. You my nigga. Hold on. This nigga Chris. What the I have to calm down.
Yeah, you catch yourself.
Come on. Do you hear the flow?
I love that. What makes Tev's reaction special is when he gets excited about something or when he gets really into something, it's like, oh, then it must be good, because this man is hard to impress sometimes. You know what I mean? If it's good, it's good. And that's what I love about Tev's channel. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit different. We have our final category of the night. We've been talking something fierce for like an hour and a half. Oh, yeah. And we have the biggest non-musical contribution. So we're saying outside of music, outside of making songs and reacting to songs, what is one of the biggest contributions that we've seen in and around the community?
Yes, these are, what is a community without the community? Yeah, you got the artists, right? We talked about the editors. We talked about the reactors. Yo, what about everybody else? From fans to, people that just grab clips to people that hang out with the with the crew, the friends and the family of the community.
Mm-hmm. So we have Nerdcore Twitch compilations by Frost, which are, a highlight whenever those come out.
Oh man.
Ever since like a lot of our Nerdcore folks started streaming regularly, there have been some legendary clips and highlighted moments. So for someone to actually go through and pile those together and make them accessible is like it feels like a relief package coming down from the sky, just full of delicious food every time it drops. We have Next Level thumbnail art by Sinnoh. Sinnoh is someone who showed up seemingly out of nowhere. I'm not sure who it was that pulled her. It might have been Divide. It might have been DPS, I'm not sure. But she came out and was just like, yeah, what if I do these incredible illustrations for your... Someone's just... Sorry, someone tripped me up because I thought they were saying I spelt something wrong in the video, in the chat, but I didn't. I'm good. So she came out of the woodwork and was just like, what if instead of like having art from the show and like a little word wrap next to it, what if you had this epic illustration on every video? And it's just like that little extra level of polish where you're like, I didn't think we needed custom thumbnails, but goddamn, do they look nice?
Oh yeah, amazing.
Yeah, another artist is Jixplosion. The nerdcore waifus. Look, whether you love them or whether you hate them, they have had an impact. Some people feel less than warm about Breton Bear, and I can't remember what the non-like Joshua waifu is called, but some of them have had people feeling all kinds of ways. But yeah, Jixplosion. By the way, an artist who does everything on his phone.
What?
Yeah. This dude does all of his art on his phone with his finger, just zooming in and out. It's like, huh? Crazy, but like really, really nice. Just like piece of the community. The Nerdcore Central podcast by Professor Kuro and Frost. And I can't say shout out to the Nerdcore Central podcast without saying shout out to the Breakfast Club, which is a similar podcast by Freest. And both of these podcasts feature nerdcore artists and members of this community coming on to talk about their music, to talk about their interests. The difference here is the Nerdcore Central podcast really focuses on the artistry and the music and the backstory and letting you get to know what goes into these projects and who these people are. So we had to throw it up here. Podcasts in general are such a nice, like, extra form of content in getting to know some of the artists and some of the people in the community. So anyone who's ever made
I feel like those are very important, especially when, you know, like a regular artist, right? A mainstream artist or something like that. You have interviews, Breakfast Club, you got all these other ways to get to know the artist.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you don't have that for some of your favorite nerdcore artists or, you know, sub-genre specialists, if you will.
Yeah, so there's plenty of things that could go into like a podcast like this. There's the Breakfast Club, there's the Connor Questlog, there's the audio, what is it called? The Audio Nerds is Fable and Divides. There's Xena Kitty's interviews, there's Nerdcast, I think it's called on Twitch. But Nerdcore Central is one of those ones that they've come in with a very clear vision of interviewing and finding out the stories and the people behind this music, so shout out to that. And then there's Lyrical Miracle by me, which was a concept dreamed up at like 3 a.m. one night and written down on a post-it note. And now it has big names like Dan Bull and Daddy Fat Snaps and Rustage. And it's a really exciting little... Again, I think one of the things that ties some of these together is it's bringing elements of personality, you know, from the artists that people like and saying, hey, let's get to know these guys a little bit more.
Definitely.
So, non-musical contribution, very important in my opinion, to the community aspect. And the winner is Frost's Nerdcore Twitch compilations, because they have spawned so many memes, so many inside jokes, and so many out-of-pocket tweets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so without any further, I'm gonna run a clip of Frost's Nerdcore Twitch compilation. This is, what is this, number 3? Let's have a look at what's in here.
You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything, Connor Quest. Though you didn't.
Follow us on Twitch, by the way. Twitch.tv/switch.
Blast radius.
This is the type of material I want to shove deep into my ass.
Huh?
Hey.
Shout out Irene.
Oreo milkshake. You want an Oreo milkshake? Too bad, motherfucker. Milkshake machine is broke. It's fucking broke. No milkshake for you tonight, bitch. Let's go.
Understandable. Have a great day. Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Shout
love
out
those.
to Frost.
Shout out to
also,
Frost.
I seen it in a chat as well. Shout out to Ressage's D&D.
Yep.
D&D campaign. As a fan and lover of Dungeons and Dragons, I'm actually about to be playing it in about 30 minutes myself. Listen, I haven't gotten a chance to sit down and really take in it, but I'm looking forward to tackling it when I get some time.
I've been trying to catch up on One Piece before I check it out because I'm just worried because everyone who plays that is such a big One Piece head. I don't want to catch an accidental spoiler. But yeah, that was one of the things that made it to the list. There was a ton of things in there. So yeah, shout out to everyone involved in the community doing things to really help make this scene more of a community, I guess, more of a give and take situation, getting to know people and making it more of a fun area to operate in. Because if it was just us artists throwing out music to the void to receive comments from a comment section and a monthly paycheck, I don't think a lot of people would be able to do this as a career. So shout out everyone out there doing their best. So that ends the awards. It is what it is. If you agree with us, you agree with us. But if not, I would love to hear. This is a video going up on YouTube, and we have the live stream right now. So I would love to hear if you think we dropped the bag, if we forgot someone that you really think should have been included. Let us know. You know what I mean? We'd love to do this again next year and bring in a whole bunch more names. Obviously, we talked about artists we think are on the come up, but there's plenty of artists that we haven't even heard. So let us know.
100%.
Let us know. There's always next year.
100%. Yo, shout out to the community, man. Since I've joined or started making reactions in this community, the artists, the fans, and I'm one of those guys that I have a harsh way of speaking. Some people might be like, yo, this dude's a hater, bro. Get him out of here, whatever. People have been so welcoming. I found any problem that I had with somebody in the community, I could solve by just, chop it up. Let's kick it for a couple minutes. Let's get to know each other. Let's actually talk. Yeah, I do not stand for the nerdcore slander.
Yeah, I hope no one takes this too seriously. I know there's a few
100%.
people on here that didn't win awards or weren't even nominated that are doing great work, but this is like a slice of a community. You know what I mean? It's a snapshot as we've seen it. So
100%.
Yeah, I guess that ends the show.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And since this is a stream, I guess we should raid someone, right? We should end this with a big raid. We've got like 150 something people in here. Let's see if we can find anyone to just send all of our people. Like, yo, there's two in contention here. There is Isaiah Cozy, who got hoed earlier because he didn't get a shout out on the best reaction channel, and there's Peso Pete, who is also in the list of people who was considered but never made the list. So I guess I can run a poll. Who do y'all want to raid? Isaiah Cozy or Peso Pete?
Yeah, Peso Pete was in the shout. Shout out to Peso Pete, man. My man's been putting in work for a while too.
Yeah, he was in the chat earlier, talking up about who he think should have won each category. So shout out that guy. There's the poll. I'm gonna let that run for a minute. Oh man, that was fun. I just, I don't care what really people think about how we've actually given the awards. I'm mostly just happy to have been able to do it where I'm like, yo, shout out all these guys. And I hope we put on I hope some people have like been put onto Loop or some of these others like Grey Fox or some of these other small artists as well.
100%. If nothing comes from this, we had, I think at max about 200 viewers.
Oh, hell yes.
If nothing else, yo, go check out some of the artists. Spread them around. Show them off to your friends, man. Grow the community. Keep being good people. And here come that raid, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's the vote's about to finish, and it looks like Peso Pete is in the lead. So we're gonna raid his Super Smash Bros. Ultimate little party here. I guess he's doing some stuff with Sephiroth. Okay, There goes the raid train. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Sorry if you didn't catch the whole show. It should be up on YouTube in a day. I don't want to give any promises because I'm lazy. So it'll go up when it goes up. Join the raid. Give Peso Pete our love. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace. All right. They're gone. The raid is